Hello, welcome to episode 59, Making a Writing Goals Wish List. I hope that you are staying safe and staying healthy during this time of confinement. I have been trying to stay in my house as much as possible. I probably end up leaving maybe once a week, and some of that is just for a little drive around the neighborhood, out of the neighborhood. But not getting out of the car, and that has been kind of hard. But you know, sometimes you need a change of scenery, and you don't necessarily have to interact with anybody to get that. So I've been hopping in the car some. My mom's been hopping in the car with me, and we've been just getting out and seeing that there's still some things that are normal going on. On to the topic though, making a writing goals wish list. If you're anything like me, you've probably been having a difficult time focusing on different projects. I know I've touched on this with our previous episode, but I've personally since then been able to dive a little bit deeper into what I really want to do during this time of confinement. And I'd like to kind of share with you what I've done to get to where I needed to be able to actually get some work done. You know, I honestly believe, though, that you should not stress out about not doing anything or not doing as much during this time, or accomplishing the goals that you think you should be accomplishing, especially if you are sheltering in place at home. You know, because, you do have time, but mentally, maybe not so much. I am one of those people that if I end up having something that's on my mind and it's on my mind and it's on my mind, time will pass and I won't even notice that I spent 4 hours just looking up different things on the internet, or not doing the writing or the reading that I need to do to make myself a better writer, to make myself be a better business person, to be able to get projects done that I needed to get done. But I have found that in doing a writing goals wish list, I have had things click for me. I've been able to actually concentrate and do what I need to do. So in creating a writing goals wish list, this is what I did, and I hope that any bit of it can help you as a writer be able to maybe inspire you to get started or to continue working on something. So how I created that wish list. So one, you make the list, but it can be anything from a few items to 10. Just know that the more that you put on it, the more likely that you are going to end up being overwhelmed by how many things you've put on your list. I try to do no more than 5. I've also tried to do no more than 5 things whenever I'm doing a regular chores list because a lot can encompass those things. So number 2, you need to be specific in your list making. So don't have one item be write a novel. Especially if you haven't even started the novel. Maybe if you have started the novel, it could be write a chapter a day. That could be something like that. But if your goal is going to be to write a novel and you haven't started, maybe you might want to put something like things that you need to do to get that novel started. So like outline the novel, or write a synopsis of what you would like, or do a character analysis of the characters that you want. Being specific will help you be able to gain more focus instead of giving that overwhelming huge task that then you have to break down and you're like, oh, I can't possibly do all this. So be very specific in your list making. What is it that you can accomplish within a day or within a week that can get you to the goal that you want to do and get you started? Number 3 is pick the number 1 item on your list as what you think you can accomplish first. So if it is write a novel, it could be, if that's the overall theme of what you're doing for your writing goals wish list, you could put outline, or you can do a list of characters, but pick that one thing. Map out the plan to accomplish that one thing. So figure out what you need to do to sit down, get it done, how much time it might take you to do it, And then, that was number 4. Number 5 is complete the task. So, once you get the idea down, then figure out what you're going to do to get to it, do it, and then do it. That's number 5. Number 6, check it off your list, and then repeat with the next item on your list that you think you can accomplish. I do like the idea of saying, this is how much time I think it's going to take for me to do this particular thing, because then you'll know, it's like, okay, well, that might take me an hour, or this might take me 2 days. And it's not so much that, okay, this will take me 2 days, I can put it off, but it would be, okay, I need to sit down and spend this amount of time on this to complete it. But don't think about anything else on that list until you finish that one task. And this is something, I do this with all of my other chores that I have to do. I do this with work that I'm doing for the day job, which I have to say, I'm very lucky. I still am able to do the day job just from home. I'm doing a different aspect of it. So I hope that this can at least help get your brain where it needs to be able to be motivated to get your work done. But don't feel upset if you don't write an entire novel during this time period. There's always those things that, I guess William Shakespeare wrote King Lear during the plague. Isaac Newton invented the theory of something, gravity. I think it was gravity. During the plague. You don't have to be Isaac Newton or William Shakespeare, because we're not. We live modern lives. We have modern distractions. And this is a huge deal. And they weren't getting numbers of reports every day of how many people have contracted, how many people have died, how many people are currently still sick, how many have healed. They're not getting that kind of stuff. We are, and we have to process that in the way that we process things. And cut back on the news. Work on your work. That's been the other thing that's been the easiest to be able to actually get some things done. So your writing goals wish list can be something that you have as sort of maybe not necessarily 100% a priority, but if you can make it a priority, then that should help you get started on something. I hope you continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and I thank you for spending time with me. If you found this information helpful, please feel free to share this with others who you think could use my words of advice. If you would, take a moment and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's free, and you will get updated on the latest from me. Have a good evening and enjoy it. Enjoy this time that you have. Relax. Have a good day. Bye.